right, another episode and a special episode, I must say. Once again, FMF, Finest Premium Ceylon Tea. Thank you for your sponsorship. And in our studios, we have a very special guest. He has been very busy, very vocal in a sense that she has been very active within the community, within the people, because it's something that she is doing which deals on a day-to-day basis. Tajeshwari Devi, welcome.
Thank you so much, Esen, for inviting me. And
You've been very busy lately, and both extra busy.
Yeah, there's lots of things going on considering the nature of the work.
Yeah.
So we have been really occupied.
So how did you go into this online safety thing? Was it that you were initially sort of approached by someone, or you saw that there is a sort of like opening for that?
Yeah, so in 2019,
right.
So this is 2019 is when the commission actually was established.
Yeah.
So there were vacancies coming up on newspapers.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually applied for one of the positions.
Okay.
It wasn't the senior role though. It was an administrative.
But you have gone on a senior role now.
Yeah. In 6 years now.
Yeah, 6 years you have gone right to the top.
Yeah. So I started with an executive role, and then in 3 years' time I became the supervisor of the commission, so commission in charge. And then later I also became the acting commissioner for the online safety.
So you get excited about the whole thing, or you just love the line of work that's being done?
The fact that this work is a very challenging work, and every day is not same.
Mm-hmm.
So every day is a learning experience for us. It brings us challenging activities, challenging tasks. So that excitement is there learn new things every day, and not just locally, internationally as well.
Yeah, from the last 6 years, lots of changes have popped up.
Yeah.
When you look at it, online safety has been an issue that has been raised every now and then with various media organizations, people, and all those things. What do you think? Are you very active, or is still room for more to be done?
Yes, I wouldn't say we are very active, but there are rooms for improvements as always. We know that there are less than 1 million people in Fiji. Regardless of that, we don't have less than 1 million people working for the commission. So we need to be dividing ourselves with just among few of us to go out to the communities, or even do some work just with the business people, or work with various ministries. And even representing in the international world.
Yeah.
So I have been globally representing Fiji in most of the conferences, and we bring some ideas to Fiji and back in Fiji. But the fact that also Fiji is very culturally sensitive.
Yeah.
So
when you say you bring those ideas and you try and implement it.
Yeah.
Are all ideas implemented, or some of them are being censored or looked at it in a different way?
Yeah, so that's what I was going to go there, is the fact that I was going to say is Fiji is very culturally sensitive. So some of the things we have to tailor make it. So we can't just bring it from there and then just sort of implement it here. We have to tailor make it in a way that it fits Fiji and our culture, because we know it's a multi-ethnic society and different cultures live here. So not everything that works in Australia, for instance, will work in Fiji. We have to tailor-made it.
Okay, so you must be getting lots of complaints, because when you look at the numbers, I'm talking about those who are the mobile holders, and I mean, when you look at the scope of the work that you people do, there is online thing, and then there is also complaints, there's also coming from politicians, coming from general public, so different areas of complaints. What sort of normal complaints you get?
It's pretty funny.
You must be laughing at some of those things.
We do, because some of the things like that we receive are sometimes it's just that can be resolved within a household. So some of the, like just yesterday I was part of the Women in Media, and we were talking about technology facilitated gender-based violence. So that's what I was trying to say, was that when we learn about, say, instance, cyberbullying, when we already adapt to that, then there is new one coming up, that is AI generated, these abuses, and then there is technology facilitated gender-based violence. So we knew what was gender-based violence. Now there's technology facilitated.
So every day the technology changes.
Yes. And the common issue that we receive is, majority of the time is that there's something happening within a family that goes out on the social media platform. A lot of people are using TikTok now, and you see like a lot of. I'm personally not on TikTok, so unless someone, that's why I don't want to be on TikTok. So when someone flags something to me, and then I go and watch it, there's so many things happening on TikTok,
but you do realize the world is changing.
It is
in terms of technology, in terms of the usage of various platforms and all those things. And you are bound to get all sorts of things. It's just, you cannot stick to just Facebook.
Right?
You are bound to get complaints from all the other different platforms. So do you think you are adapted to that yet, or is still a lot to be done?
So yes, because we have global partners. So they exercise all this already in their countries. Good thing that we have a very good relationship with them, and sort of they flag us in advance that this is going to come through. So they already have laid out some of the pamphlets, resources and everything.
So the template is there?
It is there.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, like it's good to have global partners because they already have things going on. Like this AI generated issues that we are now talking about was already there in overseas countries, like in New Zealand. Took a while to reach to Fiji, but it did.
Okay. So when you get a complaint, I mean, there are certain things that you might not get a complaint. But it's already there as a complaint.
It is there.
So are you going to be active on that, or is it unless and until you get a complaint?
Yes. So our act binds us to when an individual reporting to us. So it says that an individual, a physical person, needs to report to us. There's various forms of ways they can report to us. So they need to lodge a report with us.
Okay. When you say report, now my question is on a daily basis. If you look at the number wise, what sort of numbers can we say you get complaints, or how many complaints you get per day or a week or a monthly? Do you have?
I can say monthly we receive more than 150 complaints.
And you have to attend all of them? Or is it case by case?
Case by case basis. Just in terms of, we have a gazetted online safety form. So every person who needs to lodge a report with the commission needs to fill out that form. So if they do not fill out that form, that means we cannot act on that complaint. So regardless whether that complaint is within the Online Safety Act or not, we still need to take the complaint and listen to their stories and sort of refer to them to the right authority should we require to.
Was there any time you sort of acted without a complaint?
No.
It has to
have a complaint, because we never know when that report will go to the court and they would require mandated form to be filled in. So
was there any case where sort of like, if suppose you saw a complaint, it was lodged, but then you realized there wasn't any substance in it, and then you could have...
Sometimes, I mean, I have been with the commission with the 6 years, like back then I have like so many things like to share, but there were sometimes cases where children's videos would pop out, and in that case we can act without a complaint, because children are very vulnerable and we know that they would require assistance. So the least we can do is, at that point in time, is send removals to the necessary platforms, like the platform where that incident occurred, to them to remove instantly.
And this is where I can ask you now, you can sip your tea. This is FMF, the finest premium Ceylon tea. Thank you, FMF.
Every morning, wake up with a smile. With FMF tea, it's all worth the while. Hey, 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 it's an FMF day. Tea time is calling, you need a quick fix. With FMFT, you have the right mix. Hey, 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 it's the FMF way.
FMF Finest Salon Tea is second to none.
Hey, 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 FMF all the way.
On a personal note, how much time do you have to allocate for this kind of job? Because complaints can be coming midnight, it can be coming daytime. How much time do you have to devote for that?
Well, we have an online abuse team at the
Standby,
office.
is it?
Yeah, it's. I mean, we do operate Monday to.
24/7?
No, we do not. No, we
Okay.
don't have a toll-free line at the moment. We are working towards that, but we have the Commission's online abuse team, which is dedicated to work 8 to 4:30 Monday to Friday. But should there be any complaints that are urgent, like we need to immediately look into the matter during the weekends or public holidays, we do.
With your overseas partners, suppose if you have a complaint and you know very well, or suppose if you have something on Facebook or TikTok, what's the earliest you can get an answer on that?
So we follow the formal procedure, right?
Yeah.
So they also have their processes. They do not only work for Fiji, they do work for the other countries. So we work very closely with our Australian partners like Meta and TikTok. So in terms of the urgency, we do follow the process and report through a portal because before last year I think, good thing was I visited them and then we had that sort of trust
And the bond and the friendship.
Yeah. So and then when I came back, they gave us access to the portal where we can lodge a report and they can easily remove it. But that portal even takes their processes and procedures, and it usually takes hours. Like, you know, for TikTok, for instance, sometimes they do it instantly. Sometimes it takes time, like, you know, because it goes through their internal enforcement process. With Meta, whereas they also take a lot of time. So the good thing is I've combined that interest and sort of with the best interest of the both parties, we've mandated our relationship through other platforms.
Okay.
And so if there is any urgent matters, I'll just flag the link to them. Can you please remove this as soon as possible? Without even lodging it through the portal, or even if it's lodged through the portal, I'll just share that link
You are
with
in
them.
my friendship list, so I can always send a note.
Yeah.
I need this one to be removed. But jokes aside,
Yeah.
so was there any time when you realized the pressure is a bit too much? I should not have been in this profession. Was there any time?
Not really.
So
Not
you
really.
basically enjoy your work.
Yeah, I enjoy my work.
Uh-huh.
It's sort of like I get that confidence every day. There are challenges.
Okay.
There are challenges, but it doesn't lead me to that impression of, you know, leaving the
Leaving
job.
the-
Sometimes pressure is there. Sometimes I even have to work in the weekend. I'm overseas most of the time. Travel is hectic.
Okay.
Listening to all that sort of news from last week, it's been hectic. Like, people sometimes think that, you know, oh, you are so lucky, you get to travel around and all this. But we leave our families behind. We travel for so many hours. It's not easy. I'm
on
pretty
the-
sure you know,
Yeah,
like, it's not easy.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I've been traveling around
Yeah.
the world, and when I look at it, you get the jet lag, you get all
Yeah.
sorts of what you call, even if you're going to stay in a hotel, you still feel you're missing your house here.
You miss your food.
Food.
I miss my food.
You miss your food.
I miss my
that,
food.
That reminds me of asking you, are you a foodie person?
I am a foodie person, but I don't like to try new things.
Okay.
Because I don't eat
The
a
only
lot of...
that's tested and all those things.
Yeah, I like only my own foods, like my curry and...
Anything specific? Veggie or...
I don't eat most of the things.
Right.
Like, I don't eat seafood.
Right,
I
okay.
just eat chicken
How come
and
you're not
lamb.
eating seafood?
I don't eat. I mean, it's...
You haven't tried the ones I cook. You love it.
I have tried crab.
Yeah, okay.
I have tried prawns. I eat it, but not that
Okay, right.
really. It's very rare if I'm going to eat that. Fish, it's been long time
But
back.
anything favorite apart from
My favorite would be...
veggies or anything?
In veggies, not really.
Not really.
Yeah, but I like that bean seeds.
Bean seeds.
I like
Bora.
bean seeds, boda. It's
My
lovely.
favorite
It's
too.
lovely when I cook it. Most of the foods, it's lovely when I cook it.
Oh,
I
okay,
just
okay.
I love my cooking. So I take my interest to cook. It's not just for the sake of cooking. I take that interest and cook. And chicken curry is mostly my favorite.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. And how much time do you have? Do you have that you spend with your family? I'm asking because you said you travel a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of disruptions
It
within your
is.
family life.
It is because.
Do you get the support from your family? The support you need?
Yeah, I mean, surely. There's most of the time I travel. So just recently, like earlier this year, I had my brother's wedding,
Right,
and it was so weird that my father called me and he was like, "We want to, schedule a date for your brother's wedding. Just checking, whether you'll be in the country or
All
not."
out, yeah.
So I was like, no, I will be in the country.
Okay.
So this year I've planned for very less trips. That's what I would want to focus on my family. I have husband too.
Yeah.
So my husband is really supportive.
Okay.
He is, sometimes I think he must be tired of all this traveling. Not just overseas, but
Anywhere.
locally too. I
too.
travel like just 2 weeks back. I was in Lambasa and then I was in Western. And then just in July first week already, it's been scheduled for some other trips around the country.
Mm-hmm.
So he's quite supportive. My family is very supportive. My parents have been always supportive, and I think because of them, I am here where I am right now, because they have been, previously we have been, we see that there were a lot of gender stereotypes. So the fact that my father has been really supportive of my work, and he has never let me down in that. So
Tell him to listen to Radio Navtarang. Always.
He does. He does.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure he'll be listening to this as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has been really supportive, and the fact that everyone cares for their mother, I would definitely care for my mother, but the father's love is always
Always
the
there.
uplift of as compared to the mother for girls, of course.
Yeah.
But he has been really supportive in terms of my education. He was the one who always told me. I remember once upon a time when I was studying, and he was like, you study hard and you study till where you can get married later, because that's not the first priority.
That's not the first. So are you a savory person, or you just love anything that comes on your plate, or
I don't
sweet
like
person?
sweet. No, I don't like sweet a
You
lot.
avoid that.
I like chocolates, but I don't like other sweets. I would prefer
So you're traveling
salty.
a lot, so I expect some chocolate bars.
Yeah, of course.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I bring chocolates, but that's for the families.
Exactly,
The funny thing was when I went to Abu Dhabi and people were crazy for that Dubai chocolate.
Dubai chocolate.
Yeah, and I came to know about it from them. I didn't even know what the hell was this Dubai chocolate.
It was more to do with the what you call
Pistachio
pistachios and all that. Whenever I ask some of these questions, some people think the fun side of it. So if you have to leave home, what are 3 things that you never forget? When you leave home, I'm talking about office or going anywhere.
Yeah.
What are the 3 things that you never forget, or you can't afford to forget?
From home?
Yes, or with you. Carry it with you.
Of course, my food. Never.
Never.
As soon as I leave home, if I have to go on travel, I'll think about, the food that I eat, the cooking that I do at home. Of course, my husband. Never.
No, there is personal things that you carry. It could be your keys,
Oh, okay.
your mobile,
My mobile, of course.
Yes.
The first thing
the communication.
is my mobile.
Right.
It's always in my hand. So the moment it's not in my hand, one time I was just talking on my phone and looking for my phone somewhere. That was so funny. Like I had to open the gate and go inside my house and look for the phone. And then my husband was like, "What are you looking for?" I said, "My phone." And he was like, "Whom are you talking to then?"
So it's always there.
It's always there. The phone, my laptop, of course, because
Of
I
your
have
nature of work.
nature of work. I have to carry my laptop around. And other thing would be, of course, our house key. That is important.
What are some of your key hobbies, or some of the things that you love doing? I know you have a very busy schedule, but apart from that.
My husband gets tired of my singing.
Are you a singer?
I love singing. My brother is a singer.
Okay.
So it's not because of him, but yes, I have
What sort of
been.
songs are you?
I like Hindi songs
Hindi
mostly
songs.
because whole of the day I speak in English.
Right.
And I get too tired. So I love Hindi.
So when is the next mehfil where I can come in and...
I'm just a singer at
Achha,
home.
bathroom singer?
Bathroom singer hai, and definitely when we travel, me and my husband, we mostly travel to Singatoka.
Yeah.
His family is there. So when there is any song that is played, I will sing with that.
Oh my
and
God, yeah.
sometimes I always have to be like, did I sing well?
So
or
next
was I
time when
just
you're
barking?
traveling, next time when you're traveling and if you are sort of like listening, do let me know so that I can play the best songs.
Sure, of course. Yeah,
And
so
of-
I love singing and dancing. Dancing is also one of the other things that I can do. I love swimming too.
Okay.
I'm not a very good swimmer, but I love swimming. I love pool, just to go out.
Anyone in the world that you get inspired?
I have people who inspire me.
I'm talking about internationally. Anybody?
Internationally,
Anybody or even locally?
internationally, not really.
Mhm.
But yes, for my work profession, I have a lot of inspiration. There are certain people I inspire. I get to learn from them every day. During some of the challenging times, they support me. I have a very good friends around me. They support me a lot. If I face any challenges in life, or sometimes when I'm just down, they're very good friends. I have very less friends, very close friends, but they are very less.
Close circle.
It's a very close circle, and they're very supportive. They're not just, sometimes the friends use you, right?
Yeah,
for certain
yes.
things, but I don't have those. Like, if I go down on a day, I have someone to call and, just sort of talk to
So
them.
on your free time, what is that something that you prefer to do? Was there any time that you want to be left alone or? you just-
Yes, it's most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time I want to be alone and just sort of be myself. And when I'm alone, I love cooking. I learn, like when I scroll Facebook, if I see something new, I'll just cook them.
Oh, nice.
So it's relatively something like that. Or I'll just sort of talk to my families because I engage with them very less.
Did you ever thought that one day you'll be sitting in front of Fiji's #1 announcer and talking to him? That's my favorite question.
Yes, thank you, SN. I think we met for the first time.
Yes.
Yes. So in this how
Tried
many
my
years?
best. Finally.
So we met for the first time. Yes, of course. I think I have been talking a lot.
Yeah.
So it doesn't give me that excitement to talk. Whether it's just Amitabh Bachchan walking in front of me and then talking to me.
Okay.
I think it's because that nature of work. And it's just like we have been just talking all of the time. I'm a very good public speaker.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it doesn't make a lot of difference, but I think my families and friends were more excited for me to come here and speak because they'll definitely be watching this.
Okay.
But it's very nice to meet you
Thank
in
you,
person
thank
as
you.
well. You are a very lovely person.
Thank you. I take it as a compliment.
It is.
Yeah. And it has been a pleasure having you in my show. This is one program where we talk to various peoples. We talk on different issues, on our personal issues. But I love chatting with my very special guest today. And I feel honored that you came and took out your time,
Yeah.
despite having a busy schedule. Once again, thank you so much for coming. And I hope your families love this episode.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
And thank you for inviting me.
Yes, thank you. FMF, the finest premium Ceylon tea. Thank you so much for your sponsorship.